Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're going to be looking at 1994's Street Fighter, written and directed by Stephen E. Souza. So I'm pretty familiar with Street Fighter. I've played a few of the games, definitely Street Fighter 2 and some of the crossover games. I'm hoping they kind of lean into some of the sillier aspects of Street Fighter instead of trying to play too straight, because it's hard to take it too seriously. But I guess without further ado, let's dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
This is Chun-Li Zan with GMT News.
Oh, hey, Chun-Li. I used to play as Chun-Li a lot, and Chun-Li and Vega, because they could move around really quickly and they had, pretty powerful kicks. My strategy for playing Street Fighter was always try to keep away from the other guy and then just kind of jump in, hit them, duck out. Didn't always work.
You came from across the world to fight me, soldier.
Stand clear.
Now is your chance.
It's fun that they had the based on the Street Fighter video game thing over a shot of two people standing opposite each other, about to fight.
Doctors and nurses have you killed this week? How many children have you orphaned?
You will choke on those words.
I really like the fact that all the characters seem to be characters from the game. Like E. Honda and Balrog are part of Chun-Li's news team. That's a lot of fun.
Carlos Blanca. Charlie. So you are Guile's friend.
I guess that's the guy who becomes Blanca. So I saw this movie once when I was a kid on TV, and I remember exactly three things from it. One is that Blanca scared me a little. Two is M. Bison flying around and it looking kind of strange. The third thing, Zangief was kind of goofy.
My science twisted to serve perversion instead of peace.
Tell you what, after I've crushed my enemies, we'll see about getting you published. That should cheer you up.
Raul Julia was a pretty big part of my childhood between this film and the Addams Family movies and Kiss of the Spider Woman, which I watched thinking it was a Marvel movie. It wasn't.
You hit the cardinal!
Whoa. Oh, yeah, the Doi. Of course, it's got to be a fake out in order to ingratiate them with Sagat. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I'm pretty sure I knew that he was in the rest of the movie, so,
Until the very planet is in the loving grip of the Pax Bisonica. And then peace will reign.
That was ridiculous, make no mistake. But he's such a good actor, he sold it. Lesser actors' hands, that could have been ridiculous and cheesy and silly, but he played it with such sincerity, but with an awareness that it was, over the top. Yeah, we're maybe half hour in, and yeah, I think it's pretty much a given he's going to be the best part of the movie.
How about our explosive finale?
Not yet. We have a problem.
Wait, was that Chun-Li and Honda and Balrog? Wait, how did they... How did they get there?
While their government scorned me, their corporations adored me. Zangief.
Wait, how did they capture Chun-Li, Honda, and Balrog?
Chun-Li's treachery. They are honored guests.
I'm so confused by the timeline of them getting close to Bison and then setting up the explosion, but then they got captured anyway?
Now you look like Bison troopers.
Okay. I don't think we've seen any Bison troopers dressed like that. But as a way to get them in their video game outfits, you know, it's fine.
It was 20 years ago.
That was a funny painting.
I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
The day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
I have seen people talk about this scene online as an example of why Raul Julia is the best part of the film.
This is General Bison. Identify yourself.
This is the collection agency, Bison. Your ass is 6 months overdue. And it's mine.
I don't get it, but yeah.
Minefield ahead!
That proximity.
Okay, that's actually hilarious. The fact that his console, like, it looks like an arcade joystick setup. Yeah, I don't think this is a particularly good movie, but I'm on board for it, and I'm having fun. Like, this is the right kind of, like, silly fun.
Game over!
Intruder destroyed. Intruder destroyed.
Yeah, that right there. That, yeah. This movie's something else, man. Yeah, I can see how that would have scared me a little bit when I was a kid. A lot of characters in the movie have gotten their video game outfits, but I kind of feel like by this point, if Dhalsim isn't shirtless and wearing a necklace made of tiny skulls, he probably won't be.
Sir, we're pushing back the enemy, but there's skirmishes on every level. Still no sign of Bison.
That was cute. I wonder if someone's gonna do a Hadouken. That'd be kind of neat. Okay, starting to think I misremembered him flying around, but there you go.
Honda! Come on! Hurry!
Oh hey, Zangief has his weird looking chest hair, which is pretty funny.
We have to go. This whole place is gonna go up.
I got you back. That's right. Don't like this.
I must atone for my part in this evil.
You said you did nothing.
20 seconds.
If good men do nothing, that is evil enough.
Okay, so I guess we did have video game accurate Dhalsim at the end, because for some reason he shaved his head and took off his shirt. And I guess his neck shackle thing was the equivalent of the necklace with tiny skulls. Okay, so I guess they did the character poses at the end. That was Street Fighter. It was very silly and cheesy and pretty ridiculous, but yeah, a lot of fun. When I looked the film up, I saw that it had an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, which that makes sense. You know, I could see a lot of critics at the time being very unfamiliar with the game. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I feel like my enjoyment of the film largely came from my knowledge of the game and the characters. I think that's probably who I would recommend the film to if you've played the Street Fighter games and you know the characters. You'll probably have some fun with the Street Fighter movie. Yeah, Raul Julia, he knew how to play the part with a bit of a sinister edge, a little hammy, but not winking or with an awareness of how silly everything was. In fact, the cast across the board was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty enjoyable. A lot of fun. That was Street Fighter.
This is the collection agency, Bison. Your ass is 6 months overdue.